But enough of the covers. Let's get to some material that Kirk and I have written ourselves. When we travel, we tend to make our plans as we go along. The upside of this is that we only spend time in places that we find interesting. The downside is that sometimes when you show up somewhere, there just isn't anywhere to stay. Now, this fate befell us on our trip along the Great Northern Highway as we found ourselves entering Halls Creek shortly before sundown. Neither of the two motels in town had any space. The next town was several hours' drive away, and we didn't want to drive at night with kangaroos hopping all over the road, whose flattened corpses we saw with all too great regularity bloated and rotting in the sun. But it was suggested to us that we try Old Halls Creek, a mere 15 kilometers off a dirt side road. Figuring that anything was better than our emergency tent in a car pull-out from the highway, we decided to investigate. It turns out that Old Halls Creek is a ghost town, and it's mostly just a site where the town used to be. When the Great Northern Highway cut its way across the country 15 kilometers away, the entire town was moved to be by the highway, and the old one bulldozed. What's remarkable about this story is that it's completely unremarkable. This was common practice at one point. There were countless towns all over the continent that were abandoned and their occupants forcibly moved, often to great protest. So, as we stayed in a motel run by Old Halls Creek's last resident, we wrote this song. Down Desert Highway into Old Halls Creek town, down long outback road as the sun went down, just spiralling up into low setting sun. Red rock passed by as the long night's begun. It's a town of gold that now looks bleak. I dreamt of you sleeping in Old Halls Creek. 6 ancient cars that have all had their day. Once pride of the town, now they all rust away. Street signs still pointing to now empty land, where tall buildings crumbled away into sand. It's a town of gold that now looks bleak. I dreamt of you sleeping in Old Halls Creek. Pastures are empty, their gates open wide, with rust and steam engines that stand either side. A plaque on the spot where the city was found. They built town hall out of old termite mounds. It's a town of gold that now looks bleak. I dreamt of you sleeping in Old Halls Creek. Folks still remember when bulldozers came. They dream of their town, but it's just not the same. A town that lives for just one more night, but then fades away by the sweet morning light. It's a town of gold that now looks bleak. I dreamt of you sleeping in Old Halls Creek. It's a town of gold that now looks bleak. I dreamt of you, I dreamt of you, I dreamt of you sleeping in Old Halls Creek. Thank you very much for coming and listening.